you're operating your own business, you might have several companies. Do not do your own taxes. As a business owner, it is so important to ensure that you are relying on a professional tax expert to prepare your taxes, to file your taxes. This is what we discuss in this video. I am Karsha Campbell. I spearhead a growth oriented company where we do help everyday business owners, especially those in the construction world, the trades, the contractors, the construction industry, everyday business owners, companies, corporations, helping them to say goodbye to the frustration and overwhelm that exists because of their financial operations, the financial section of their business. So it varies. It could be that you are struggling with cash flow issues. There's more monies leaving your business and coming into your business. It could be that you have a lot of chaos, like disorganization in terms of your processes, your financial systems. Things are taking longer than they need to take. The list goes on and on. You're having sleepless nights over what is happening in your business, and it's very frustrating. It can be very overwhelming. I see it, ever so often with those I partner with to turn around their businesses. So that is what I do. So why is it important to reach out to a professional, a tax expert, to take care of your taxes, your filing? Several reasons. It is very important because remember, number one, your goal as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a CEO should be to pay less taxes. And in paying less taxes, let me quickly state a disclaimer. We are referring to the legal way, the legal side of things, the legal way to legitimately pay less taxes. We are talking about legal strategies, legal tax saving strategies and methods that can be applied to your business, your situation, taking into consideration your personal life as well. It is so important to ensure that you are connecting with a tax expert to take you through this. And a lot of times, one of the key reasons I see business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, okay, I'm going to take care of this myself, it's a cost, right? That's one of the main reasons why, okay, I'll just log on to those online, do it yourself, or go to, just find the cheapest person who can get my taxes filed. However, there's a saying I grew up with, and I think a lot of in my culture, the cheapest is not always the best. And over and over and over, we see that. And when it comes to your business, remember the reason why your business exists. Your business exists. It's not only about your expertise and those you provide services to or your products to. It's about living in your legacy now. It's about the lives that are impacted when your business is in operation. Think about the team, the members on your team that you're having to hire. Their families are relying on your business for, sustenance, and your family, your friends, other charities, donations, depending on your business structure and who your business is impacting. So it is very important to ensure that you remember why your business exists. Why do I need to have this business? Is it worth finding the cheapest way to pay taxes, to have my taxes filed? No, you need to reach out to the expert who they'll be able to, they're privy to a lot more than you are not privy to as well. So think about it. They're going to be privy to the tax experts. They're going to be privy to changes in tax laws, regulations, taxation strategies that ultimately, when combined, give you the best deal with taxes, to pay less taxes, pay fewer taxes. They are privy of, when it comes to certain types of business structure, what are the best strategies, right? When it comes to certain business structures, what is the best approach? If you're a sole proprietor, if you're in a partnership, if you are LLC, if you are a limited corporation, if you're a S corp, depending on where you're at and what you do have, right? What is the best strategy for me to pay fewer taxes? It's all about that. It boils down to that, paying fewer taxes. And you want to ensure that your business is positioned, to do this. So do not go the cheaper way. Usually the cheaper way is not the best. When you get with the cheaper way, it's usually the approach with the cheaper way. It's like, okay, these are my receipts. This is my spreadsheet, and this is what I think are my transactions for the year, and file my taxes. And that person, that company, they are doing it to the best of their ability. They're just saying, okay, this is what you gave me, so whatever. But you need to ensure that you are connecting with somebody who you can sit down to say, okay, this is my situation as my business, this is my personal situation, what can I do to pay fewer taxes? You want answers to those questions. Those questions are going to help you to set up your business appropriately. It's going to help guide you in making certain decisions. A lot of times when certain decisions are being made, when certain monies are being paid, the tax implication of that should be considered. And I do find that a lot of times business owners, entrepreneurs, you are operating, it's like you're operating in a vacuum. You don't realize the importance of all the areas in your business that are being connected, right? So if you're going to purchase a piece of equipment, there are tax implications. If you're going to give a donation, there are tax implications. Depending on the setup you have with your team, if it's an employed or contracted person, there are taxes again. Depending on where you purchase your goods or the volume of your product services being offered, there are tax implications. So you want to ensure that someone, and this is if you are not a tax expert, right? If you are a tax expert, then okay, but even as a tax expert, it is good to get a second set of eyes, different opinions. There are some persons I know that they will even shop around, kind of connect with different tax experts. What's your view here? What's your view here? Because everybody has different strategies. It's just like if you are sick and you go to different doctors, everybody might see this approach. For example, with certain terminal illnesses such as cancer, every doctor has a different approach. There's some doctors who might say go the natural route for treatment. Some might say chemo, radiation. Some might say work on your diet, different things. So some might say, I think you need to do an operation first. Every doctor will have a different suggestion. They'll have a different strategy. And that is why it is important to be speaking to experts when it comes to filing taxes for your business. You want to be in a position to pay for your taxes. You don't want to be in a position where you're struggling, where mistakes are being made. And I'll also add that, yes, there are tax experts that do make mistakes, but think about it. It's better to have connected with a tax expert and you keep shopping around for one that does a better job than not having been connected with a tax expert, right? You want to ensure that your business is positioned to pay for your taxes. You want to ensure that the strategy that you're using for tax planning is very key. And I do know that depending on where your financial year is and what's happening in your business at this time of year, excuse me, this original video is being recorded in December here. So when you think about it, a lot of persons are now getting anxious about their tax bill, when the best approach when it comes to taxation and connecting with a tax expert is to start from the beginning of the year, right? Not in December. So the best time is to start from January, February, because taxation, there are lots of different taxes that impact your business, right? Some taxes are based on calendar year, January to December. Some taxes are going to be based on the fiscal year of your business. So you want to make sure that from the beginning of your fiscal year for your business, this is what the tax plan is. And the tax plan can change. That's okay, right? Nothing is cast in stone. Your tax plan can change and it will change, and that's okay, because as tax rules and regulations change, the business environment in which you're operating change, your dynamics of your business will change as well, the setup of your business. There's so many moving parts when it comes to factors that impact the taxation that you pay. So you want to ensure that you are positioned as a business owner, your business is positioned to pay for your taxes. So definitely start your tax plan from the beginning of the year, your fiscal year. Reach out to an expert, even more than one expert, right? What do you think is the best strategy for me? What should I be doing? What should I not be doing? And your tax plan, it's not cast in stone. Your tax plan your tax plan actually is gonna be changing, right? A good strategy is to review your tax plan throughout the year as your profit changes, as certain investments that you make change, as certain purchases change, as certain, when you have major purchases, major decisions to be made about your business, what's the tax implication? I'm going to make a huge purchase for, let's say, equipment. Should I do this in this year or wait till next year? I'm going to be paying out dividends. Should I wait until this year, next year? These are some of the questions that a tax expert can answer for you. And in answering those questions, they are saying, okay, do it this time, do it this way, legally. Legally, I have to say legally, because I know there's some persons who they're like, okay, when they hear about tax planning to pay for your taxes, it's like this, this misconception that, okay, you're going to be evading the tax authorities. It's about that. No, tax planning is where you are legally setting up your business, being intentional about your transactions and how you process your transactions, the choices that you make to pay fewer taxes. And this is something that I definitely, it's very important in the whole journey of a business. And I do encourage my clients as well. I'll say, okay, what's the plan to save on, to save on taxes this year? What should be done? What are your goals? What's happening? And we develop that relationship. So if they're even going to be making a big purchase or a huge transaction or a strategy change, we have that communication level where, what do you think about this, Kersha? Do you think we should wait until next year, this year? What do you think is the best strategy? What do you recommend? From there, and we have a conversation about it so that we are able to find the best approach, which ultimately leads to paying less taxes. And that is something, taxes is one of the largest line items when it comes to expenses of a business, right? Taxation is really huge for business owners. And why is it that if taxation is so huge, you aren't planning for it, you aren't being intentional, you don't have that insistence where you're going to say, I need to pay less taxes, I need to have a foolproof, well, I'm not going to say foolproof, I need to have a workable plan, a plan that is reliable, a plan that works for my business, because every business is different. So again, you need to have that customized approach. One strategy works for this business, it might not be working for the other business. So you want to be intentional and being aware of all those things that are happening, right? You want to make sure that you are aware and you're communicating with your tax expert to say what can be done differently, what should be done here. And from there, you're positioning your business to pay less taxes. It is such an important communication to have. It should be like a routine part of your business, reviewing the taxes. There's so many tax strategies out there. There's so many ways to save on taxes. And oftentimes I do hear business owners, they'll say, how come this company made this huge profit and they didn't pay the taxes? Oh, it's just because they're a big corporation, and the dialogue goes on. However, remember that huge corporations, they do understand, well, most of them do understand the importance of tax planning. So those huge corporations, they are having several tax experts on board, several tax experts, ensuring the communication is ongoing to see what's the best strategy for us to pay less taxes or even little to no taxes, right? There are a lot of strategies, and there are a lot of strategies, and the more your tax expert is knowledgeable and aware of what's happening, the better chance you have to be positioned to pay less taxes. And who doesn't want to pay less taxes, right? That's always a question I ask, and nobody's raising their hand. Who wants to pay less taxes? Nobody's raising their hand, because everybody wants to pay fewer taxes. Everybody wants a small tax bill, not a huge tax bill. So definitely that's something that I do encourage business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs. Don't do your own taxes. It's not worth it, because a lot of times too, you are trying to save on money because you don't want to invest in a tax expert to develop a tax plan, and you go your do-it-yourself approach. That's one way, and you're thinking about the opportunity cost of your time. Have you considered that your time could be used in a more valuable way, revenue generating you know, activities could use your time better versus tax preparation, right? So you're there punching away, trying to do this, getting frustrated again on top of frustration that probably already exists from running a business at times, and you are left in out in the open, and you don't want, you're left exposed, you are left, you know, you don't even know sometimes what's happening in the whole dynamics of taxation laws, regulations, and you're left out in the open, and then you're left exposed, your business is exposed. And another thing, apart from you personally doing it yourself, you're like, okay, I'm just going to find the cheapest way. But it's not about the cheapest way, it's about finding the best strategy. That should be the question. It's not about the cost. What is the best strategy that you have for me? Are you thinking about my business, or is it like a cookie cutter approach? Are you just punching numbers in? This is what you have, you gave me, this is what I'm putting out. You know, are they understanding your business? Are they looking deep inside your business, understanding the dynamics of your business, your industry, your personal self? Those persons who are on board, if you have a corporation, shareholders, other partners in your business, are they looking on the whole of your business as well as all the moving parts in your business? That is very, very important. So I do encourage you as business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, if this is even crossing your mind again for another year, please don't do it. Reach out to get that tax expert on board to help you to pay fewer taxes. Do reach out to ensure that they are, you know, connected and willing to help you as a business owner to pay fewer taxes. It is so important, and it is possible. It is not impossible to pay fewer taxes. So that's our chat for this time on, as a business owner, don't do your own taxes. Don't take that do it yourself approach. Don't go the what's it called, it's like a blanket or a cookie cutter approach, like a, you know, blanket approach. I'm at a loss for words. So signing off, this is Karsha Campbell, passionate about helping business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs move from chaos, financial chaos, confusion, to, you know, cash flow in their business, increasing their financial compliance in all the different areas, and helping you say goodbye to frustration, overwhelm, anxiety about the financial operations of your business. Remember, the number one reason that businesses fail is lack of paying attention to their numbers, not having the cash flow. You don't want to be a victim of that, and you definitely want to have a cash strategy set up for your business. Signing off. Thank you for joining in. Bye.